I'm in Hunstanton! I thought I'd just make a nice little video showing my trip, so here I am. At the beginning we were greeted by this handsome fella, the woolly mammoth. I honestly didn't pay attention to his design at first, but I think it's actually really cool. It has chits, seagulls and newspaper clippings, which seems quite fitting for the seaside town. As we walked towards the main area, we walked past the so-called Britain's largest joke shop. My mum always says that that's probably not true, but honestly there's not really an organisation keeping track, so who knows? Maybe they are. At the top of the hill is a good view of the green, which is a nice large space in front of the sea, and you can also see some of the restaurant and an amusements place called Pier Family Entertainment. However, this is not the one we will be going to, as it can be quite pricey. I recommend walking a little further down the seafront. I actually came to Hunstanton today because I was filming a music video set on the beach, which should come out eventually, but it might take a few weeks. However, we filmed that at a different beach called Heacham, but there was nothing there other than the beach and the toilets, as the rest of the few things it had were closed. So to make the trip more worthwhile, we made the drive a little further to Hunstanton, as it has far more to it. Due to the path to the promenade being a large hill, it becomes a little bit messy at the bottom. There's quite a few different routes down, and they can get a little bit confusing. I didn't get this on camera, but we accidentally went the wrong way here and got stuck at a fence that's blocked off and had to go back up and round. Hunstanton has this cool but strange rock formation on the right side of the beach area where the rocks almost form these rows, which creates a fantastic opportunity for rock pooling, which I will show you in a minute. The walk to the end here always feels much shorter in my mind than it actually is. They have sailing and other boat activities available here later in the year when it's warmer, and if you're in the area you can go check it out. The cliffs at Hunstanton are supposedly famous, but I think this is probably just in the geology field. To understand what the cliffs are made of, the following information is taken from explorewestnorfolk.co.uk. The bottom brown main layer is carstone, which is sand cemented by iron oxide, and the other main layer is red and white chalk, which is made of limestone, suggesting that Hunstanton was once a tropical climate. Though this was obviously a long time ago. As we were at the cliffs, I thought we could have a look at the rock pools and see if we could find anything interesting. But it was mostly just these little guys stuck to the rocks. However, I did manage to find a very tiny crab, which I know isn't very clear on camera, but I promise it is actually a crab. I didn't disturb it, of course, so I let it be. I should point out these important safety warnings while we're still over here, as the cliffs are dangerous, and if you stand too close, some rocks might randomly fall on you, and that'll be it for you. So please stand back if you come here. You can tell from the amount of rubble on the ground just how often this happens. Hunstanton has plenty of groins to help protect the beach by helping to collect sand so that we have somewhere to enjoy. Groins are the wooden fences if you didn't know. Usually I'd have some donuts here, but sadly it was closed on this day as it's just slightly too soon in the season. Honestly, if we had gone the next week, I'm pretty sure everything would be open, but of course that means it becomes busier, so you have to decide what you prefer. The ice cream shop was still open though. I thought the sand looked really pretty here, as it was reflecting the beautiful blue sky because it was a bit wet. It comes out better in this photo I took. If you walk a little further down the beach, you come across the Sea Life Centre, which is a great day out in itself, but not in the budget for what we were doing today. We could overhear the seal talk as we walked past, which was nice. I really do love aquariums, and I think I'd like to have a pet fish one day. Maybe once I can afford it, as they require lots of love and care to stay healthy. We made the decision to walk as far as the slides, and none of the rides around them were open as we were slightly early in the season, but that's okay, as most of the rides would have made me feel motion sick, and they're designed for kids, so they don't really interest me anyway. On the way back from the slides, we decided to play the Adventure Golf. The Adventure Golf at Hunstanton is honestly really good, as you get to do 2 courses for the price you pay, and they're really well themed, and you can see that the owners have put a lot of effort into the aesthetics of the place. It becomes a little more immersive than it is in this video later on in the tourist season, as they start using all the water features, and the music and sounds are a little bit more varied. We started with Blackbeard's Adventure, so yay for pirates! I had the blue ball and my mum had the pink ball. We were keeping score on the score sheet they gave us, and if you don't know how golf works, you want to have the lowest number of hits possible. This portfolio was trapped in a cage and doomed to stand there forever. But at least he had his friend over there, the shark, to keep him entertained. Also, the sleeping duckies were very cute. Obviously, after the pirate adventure, it was time to visit the world of the Aztecs. It was interesting seeing how the 2 courses weaved around each other from the other perspective. And this course used more tunnels. My mum is too good at this. The walls here were painted and it all looked so nice and so extra. At the end we had to hit the ball up a ramp in hopes of getting a free ticket. We didn't, and we kept accidentally hitting the cage above instead. Also, my mum won, so good job for her. The final attraction we visited was the amusements, which you might also know as an arcade. Usually we go somewhere else, but that wasn't open, so we tried a new one today, called Thomas's Bingo. They had lots of cute plushies in the claw machines, and we used the 2p machines where we actually won a keychain after spending about £3. So it was an okay time. Usually I'd go with the tickets, but they didn't really have a 2p machine that produced tickets, and we went there with the intention of using up my mum's 2ps. To finish finish off our day, we of course had fish and chips, and this time we had it at Henry's Fish and Chips. We've never actually been there before, but they do have a high ranking in the fish and chips guide, and I really enjoyed it. And that was the end of our lovely day out.